Video opens with gentle piano music and a shot of an elderly hand slowly placing a teacup on a table. The camera focuses on the hand. Hello, friends. Are you feeling a little uneasy lately about your money, about your future? It's understandable. We've worked hard, haven't we? Built our lives. Now we want peace. Real peace. Cut to a close-up of a concerned but kind face. The narrator. I understand. The world. It can be tricky, especially when it comes to our finances. Those hard-earned savings? We need to protect them. They're our lifeline, our freedom. Cut to a quick montage. A worried face looking at bills, a hand trembling slightly as it reaches for a phone. A news headline about financial scams. I've heard so many stories. Friends, neighbors, people just like you and me. Scammed, losing their savings to hidden fees, to clever tricks. It breaks my heart. And it shouldn't happen. Cut back to the narrator, smiling gently. But there's good news. We can protect ourselves. We can take control. There are simple, powerful questions we can ask. Questions that can shield us. Before they call. Transition with a subtle visual cue. A slow zoom in on an open hand, as if offering something. Today we're going to talk about the very first questions. The ones you must ask your bank before you sign anything, before you commit to anything. These are the cornerstones, the bedrock of your financial safety. Cut to a scene, a comfortable living room. A senior sits in an armchair, reading a book. The scene shifts, the book disappears, and the narrator appears to them, now as a friendly visitor. Imagine this. You're at home, cozy. You get a call. Someone claiming to be from your bank. They sound official. They offer you a better deal. A lower rate. More benefits. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Cut to a quick, unsettling shot of a hand quickly filling out a form, then back to the narrator. Stop. Don't answer. Or listen carefully. Here are the 3 essential questions to ask before even thinking of agreeing. Cut to animated text on screen, each point highlighted as the narrator speaks. 1. What specific fees apply to this new account or product? Don't let them gloss over it. Demand specifics. What are the monthly fees, the transaction fees, any hidden charges? Ask them to show you in writing. 2. Can I review all the terms and conditions before I commit? Don't be rushed. Insist on getting the details. Have a friend or family member look them over. Never feel pressured to decide immediately. 3. Where can I verify your information? Ask for their contact details and their supervisor's name and phone number. Go back and call the official number you already know and trust at the bank. Double-check everything. Cut to a shot of a hand writing on a notepad. The words, "Ask before I agree." These 3 questions, my friends. They are your armor. They are your first line of defense. They can prevent heartache and loss, and they give you the time to really think. Cut back to the narrator, nodding encouragingly. These are just the beginning, of course. There's so much more to know. There's another thing, something even more important. A powerful habit that can bring peace of mind when it comes to safeguarding your savings and keeping them safe. We'll talk about that in the next part. All right, welcome back, friend. Glad you're still with me. We talked about those first crucial steps, remember? Thinking ahead, being prepared. Now let's dig into the actual questions, the ones you need to ask your bank. Imagine this. You're at the kitchen table paying bills. The sun is streaming in. You feel a familiar pinch in your gut, that worry about making ends meet, the fear of getting a surprise charge, a hidden fee. Question 1. What are all the fees associated with my account? Don't be shy. This is your money, your peace of mind. Ask them point blank. Specifically, inquire about monthly maintenance fees, fees for low balances, ATM fees, especially if you use ATMs outside your bank's network, and any fees for withdrawing cash. Often, banks have different account options. Some may be better for seniors. Maybe a senior account with fewer fees exists. Explore your options. Don't assume you have the best deal. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, But I don't use ATMs often. Or, my balance is always fine. But things change. Life throws curveballs. Unexpected expenses arise. Knowing all the fees protects you from future surprises. Let's say you have a small, unexpected vet bill. You use the ATM because you need cash, and bam, another fee you didn't anticipate. It adds up, little by little. Think of it like this. You wouldn't buy a new fridge without knowing the energy costs, right? You wouldn't buy a car without checking the petrol consumption. Same principle applies. Write down every single fee. Keep it with your important papers. Make a note to check it every year. Rates change, you know. We're halfway there, friend. Stay with me. There's more to come. Okay, let's craft part 3 of the video script. Scene. Start kitchen. The elderly person, Maria, is sitting at the kitchen table, looking at a stack of bank statements with a furrowed brow. Sunlight streams in the window. Maria. Voiceover, gentle and concerned. All right, now we get to the real nitty-gritty. After understanding what sneaky fees look like, it's time to act. It's time to be proactive. Remember, my friends, knowledge is power. And in this case, it's protection. Scene change. Close up on the bank statements. A specific charge is circled. Maria. Voiceover. Banks, bless their hearts, aren't always so forthcoming. They have a business to run, but you have a retirement to protect. So here's the first question. Bidjidista, tusen purps. What are all the fees associated with this account? Every month. Every year. Scene change. Maria now is in a library, looking for information. Maria. Voiceover. Don't just accept what they tell you on the phone. Do a little homework. Ask them, in writing. Get a full list. Look for anything that feels off. Scene change. Maria is now in her bathroom, looking in the mirror. A look of determination. Maria. Voiceover. Second question, and this is important. Can I get a better deal? Maybe with another bank. Maybe with a credit union. Don't be shy. Loyalty is fine, but not if it costs you your peace of mind or your hard-earned money. Shop around. See what's out there. Scene change. Maria at home, writing some notes in a notebook. Maria. Voiceover. Don't settle. Remember what happened to poor old Mr. Henderson? He was so worried about changing banks, he just kept paying those fees for years. We don't want that to happen to you, do we? Scene change. Maria is in a store, looking at goods. Maria. Voiceover. Third, and possibly the most crucial question. How secure is my money? This is not just about the fees, but about the big picture. Is the bank insured? What security measures do they have in place to prevent fraud? Scene change. Back to the kitchen. Maria is smiling, having a cup of tea. Maria. Voiceover. Don't be afraid to ask about their fraud prevention procedures. They understand. This is your life savings. They should respect that. Make sure your account has all the security measures in place. Scene change. Close up. Maria is closing her notebook. Maria. Voiceover. This is where the rubber meets the road. These questions, my friends, are your shields. They're your weapons. They are your first line of defense against both sneaky fees and scams. Scene change. Maria, sitting on a bench, looking at her house. Maria. Voiceover. Now I know this might feel like a lot to take in at once, but remember, we're building a foundation of security, step by step. We're getting stronger, wiser, and more confident every day. We're working towards living peacefully in our homes, knowing we did what we could to protect what matters. Scene change. Fade out. Maria. Voiceover. And in the next part, we will tackle something even more important, a habit that might keep you protected. I'll see you there. Let's get right to it. You're already doing great. Now, the third question. This one is about the paperwork. You know, those mountains of statements and fine print we all get. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, isn't it? Especially when your eyesight isn't what it used to be. Picture this. It's a Tuesday morning. You're sitting at the kitchen table, sunlight streaming in. Your glasses are on, but the print still seems blurry. You're trying to decipher a bank statement, Suddenly you see a charge you don't recognize. Your heart skips a beat. Is it a mistake? A hidden fee? Or something worse? That's where this question comes in. Before you blindly accept those statements, ask yourself, is everything documented clearly and understandably with no hidden costs or confusing jargon? Look for these things. Transparency. Are all fees clearly listed? What are they for? Don't be shy about calling the bank and asking, what does this charge mean? Documentation. Do you have paper copies of everything? Yes, I know, it's a pain to file, but digital records can disappear or get hacked. Paper offers you a layer of protection, especially with sensitive information. Regular review. Set a specific time, maybe the first Sunday of every month, to sit down with your statements. Make it a habit. This is your defense. This isn't about becoming a financial expert. It's about being vigilant, about protecting your money, your peace of mind. Remember Mrs. Gable, the sweet lady from church? She trusted a friend who offered a great investment and lost her entire savings. That's why understanding the paper trail is so important. Think of it like this. Your bank statements are like a roadmap. They show you exactly where your money is going. If something doesn't look right, you can retrace your steps and prevent a loss. These 3 questions, my friend, they are your shield against worry. But, there's one more thing we need to discuss. Something even more crucial. Something that helps you build a solid wall around everything we've talked about so far. We'll get to that next. Stay tuned.